Hello, how are we doing today? Welcome to Online Tutor USA. Today we have another question. Um, I was supposed to have done this in our previous video, but because of I don't want the video to be too lengthy, so I decided to do it another day. So today I'm doing this. So we're still on the SAT question, okay? So this is an SAT question. So we're doing this today. So they ask us here. They said, suppose J equals 1 over 4 to the second power, right? To the second power. So that's a negative power though. That's to the raised to power -2. And K equals 3 over 2 to the negative power 1. Now they're asking us, what is the value of GK? They're asking us, what is the value of GK right here, okay? So which is J times K. What is the value of J times K? So that's what they ask us. So how do we do this? So for us to do this, we have to know that we have two separate body here that we are going to multiply at the end. So this guy right here and this guy right here, okay? So the first guy is J, while the second guy is K, right? So in math, we use a lot of alphabet to represent something we don't really know, okay? So just like, yeah, there are many cases where that we use letters to represent numbers, okay? So that's why it's called algebra. Okay, so this is not just arithmetic, so this is algebra. So how do we deal with these exponents? Now, I would say for me to start this, my solution is this. We have 1 over 4 to the negative power 2, right? And we have 3 over 2 to the negative power 1. So for us to do this, we already have this here because I told you in my previous video, I said whenever you have something all over, sorry, whenever you have a number raised to a negative number or a letter raised to a negative number, so the negative right there or the negative right there automatically become 1 all over, right? So you have 1 and a bar. So it's called a bar right there, like a minus sign or whatever, or division sign, you could call it whatever you want to call it, is a bar though. So you have that right there. So, but in this case, we already have that bar, right? So what do we do from here? So are we going to have another bar or what? Because I told you yesterday that's a secret and it's a law. So it's one of the hints of mathematics that I'm exposing to you guys, right? So you have this negative right there already. So what do we do from here? We have it another one right here. So I supposed to have kind of like put in multiplication sign right here, but I don't want to put that yet. So I'm going to put it at the end, right? So I don't want to get people confused with this sign or whatever. So I'm avoiding that right now. So I want to solve them individually. So having done them individually, so at the end of the day, we're going to multiply them. So that's when I'm going to bring this guy in, this multiplication sign, right? So I'm going to take it off for now, okay? So take it off for now. Then I'm going to wipe these guys away, right? I love using guy when I'm discussing it. Mathematics, that's what we say, guy. Okay, so how do we treat these guys right here? So don't forget, in my previous video, I told you this is a bar already, right? And you having another guy right there. So this is 4 to the negative power 2, right? So how do you treat this guy? Simply, you're going to say 1 all over, which is the original one. Then you're going to have another guy coming. This guy is going to have his own as well. You're going to have another 1. This guy is changed to 1, right? All over again. Then you're going to have 4, right? So you're going to have the positive power 2. It's not negative anymore because the 1 all over has taken the negative away, right? So now it's like you're having a 3-story building, right? So don't worry about that. So we're gonna simplify everything at the end of the day, okay? So we're gonna demolish the building, right? So then the other guy, which is 3, the same thing going to happen to the other guy as well. So you're going to have 1 all over 2 to the positive power 1. But there's one thing in math. Whenever a power, whenever a number or a letter, whatever, is alone, is having invisible power 1. Mind you, there's always power 1. So when we're doing like advanced algebra, we're going to be having like 2s 2s squared plus 3 plus 3x plus 2, right? Whatever, right? I'm just using it as an example. So you see this 2 right here. You see this guy right here, 2s squared. So this one is having the power 2, right? It's passive. And the other guy right here, which is 3s, there's no power there, as you can see, but you say there's no power there, but there's a power invisible there. There's always 1. There's always 1. Even the 2 right here has 1 as well, right? But we don't show them, right? So we always show them when it's above 1. So when it's more than 1, we show the power. When the power is just 1, we don't show it, right? So that is what is happening in the case of this guy. I'm showing it because I want you guys to know where we begin, okay? So I don't want anybody to get lost. That is why I'm showing the power right now. But as we proceed, I'm not going to be showing the power anymore. But I just want to show it so that you know where we're coming from, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to erase this, guys. Okay. Sorry if I talk too fast. Okay, now we have these guys right here. So we have 1 all over 4 to the negative power 2. So automatically we're going to say, oh no, I don't want to use the red pen. Use a black pen. So we're going to say, 1 over 4 over 1 over 4 to the 2 power, okay? And on the other side, we're going to say 3 over 1 all over 2 over 1. I'm putting that 1, I'm not supposed to put it. Mind you, I'm not supposed to put it, but I'm putting it so that we know where we're coming from, right? So let me put that right there. So I put this right here. Then we're going to proceed from here. I'm going to have, now this guy, there's going to be what's called inverse here. We're going to flip it, right? We're going to tell this guy, we're going to bring this guy here, okay? This guy right here, this entire number, we're going to bring it right here, right? And bringing it, this right here is going to serve as a division sign, okay? Likewise, this guy, we're going to bring it to the other side, and this will serve as a division sign. So how do we do that? Watch me. So yeah, I have 1. The bar is going to be removed. So I have 1 divided. So this bar right here is what shows that division, okay? 1 divided by 1. So I'm bringing this 1 right here, this guy, over 4, okay? To the second power, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing the same thing for the other side. So I'm still going to have 3. Let me minimize space. I'm going to have 3 divided by this 3, right? And this bar is what is acting as a division sign. 3 divided by 1 over 2. Mind you, I'm not going to put this 1 no more. So I have to eliminate it. I don't want it no more, okay? So I took it off, right? So right here, we have 1 divided by 1 over, this is going to be 4 times 4, right? Because we have 4 to the second power, which is 16, right? It's going to be 4 times 4. So we have 4 times 4. Then, as you can see, there is already a fraction. I don't want this guy to be alone. I'm going to use a number. One does not mean anything. I'm going to put one there to support this guy so that this guy doesn't fall. So I want this guy to have a leg. Okay, now he has a leg. He's not going to fall no more. So now it's balanced, right? So the same thing applies to the other guy. I'm going to have 3 over, I don't know, this came right here. Let me take this guy. Okay. So I'm going to have 3 over 1. I'm going to help this 3 with 1 so that it doesn't fall. The 1 right there doesn't really mean anything. It has no effect. Okay. So divided by 1 over 2. So we are fractional. So these are 2 different guys that I'm solving simultaneously, or I'm simplifying simultaneously, which means like I'm simplifying them at the same time. So what do we do from here? So I have 1 right here over 1. So what we do, we're going to flip this guy. We're going to flip this guy. This guy is going to come to the top, okay? And this guy to the bottom, okay? The same thing applies to this guy. This guy right here will come to the top, and this guy right here to the bottom, okay? So let's do that right now. So I'm going to have, and this division sign automatically will change to multiplication sign. Let me show that. This will change to multiplication. This will change to multiplication, okay? So let's proceed. Then I'm going to have times, no division anymore. It's going to be times. We call it inverse rule. As we proceed, I'm going to be showing you like a fraction. When we're doing fraction, I'm going to show this more better. We're going to do like pendas. Other nations call it Bodmans. Like my country where I came from, we call it Bodmans. But here in America, we call it pendas. So when I'm doing that, that's order of operation. When I'm doing that, I'm going to illustrate this more better. I'm going to show this more better. Or if you want to know more, you go to our online classes. You could get more of this, okay? So it's called inverse rule. So once this change to multiplication sign, then we're going to be having 16 right here. And we're going to be having 1 on the bottom. How do we get 16? How did we get that 16? I mean, it is 4 times 4 that changed to 16. So I flip it. I flip it to the top, okay? And brought the 1 down, right? That is what happened right here, right now. That is what is going on right here. Then on the other side, I'm going to have 3 over 1. Then I'm going to flip this also, flip it, okay? Then I'm going to be having multiplication sign. Then I'm going to be having 2, right? Over 1, okay? So let's proceed. So as we proceed, I'm going to be having 1 times 16 is going to be 16. And 1 times 1 is going to be 1, right? So here, I'm going to be having 16 over 1. On the other side, 3 times 2 is going to be 6. 1 times 1 is going to be 1. Then I'm going to be having 6 over 1. Okay? We're almost done. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's not rocket science. So right here, 16 divided by 1 is going to be 16, right? Then 6 divided by 1 is going to be 6. Okay, that is it. We have not arrived at the answer yet. So recall that what is J times K? To attain that, we're going to be having what? 16 times 6. 16 times 6 will give us something. Does anybody have a calculator here? 16 times 6, let me look for where to do that. Let me look for 16 times 6, we're going to be having 16, we're going to be having 6. So multiply this. 6 times 6 is going to be 36. Put a 6 and carry 1. So put a 6 and carry 1, right? Then 6 times 1 is going to be 6 plus that 1 plus that 1. No, that's 16 times 6. 6 times 6 is going to be 36. Oh, we're going to put that 6 carry 3. Sorry, my friends. Carry 3. 6 times 1 is going to be 6, right? Plus that 3 is going to be 9. So the answer is going to be 96. So J times K is going to be equals 96. That's the answer. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you have anything to comment, any question to ask, put it at the comment section below, please. Thank you. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much.